Hey folks, my name is Nate Gilman. I'm one of the co-founders of MMCs. MMCs is a new software made by mariners for mariners to make getting your merchant mariner credential simple. I'm here today with Lindsay Hennes, one of the other co-founders of MMCs, who also happens to be a ship captain and just an all-around awesome person. So, hey Lindsay, how's it going?
It's going good. Thanks.
So, yeah, what are you working on here at MMCs?
So I'm stoked to be part of this team. I feel like I do a lot of translating between the maritime world, which I know fairly well, having come up through the process and got my own MMC, and the software world, because I'm a huge nerd and I do a bunch of data science and have picked up some coding skills. So I jump back and forth pretty easily between those worlds. No, I grew up in Southern California. Spent a lot of time going to the beach. We had a Hobie cat. We had a fleet of kayaks. Spent a lot of time hanging out either in the water or on the water, and that translated to a love for being on the ocean, which meant I spent time scuba diving and sailing dinghies and leading kayak tours and stuff through college, and then graduated and went off to be a field biologist, counting seabirds up in Puget Sound and in the Channel Islands. I later spent time in Alaska and Hawaii, and eventually I accrued enough sea time and experience to go get my merchant mariner credential and picked up a job as a ferry captain in San Francisco Bay. So that was an awesome experience. I did that for a couple of years, and now here I am. Partly, I like the variety and the adventure of being out on the water, and it's different weather and different challenges. Even driving a ferry, you would think it'd be the same every single day, going back and forth. Some days it is, but more often than not, there's always some wrench thrown in the works to figure out. And although I might gripe about it, that's also what makes it fun. The other piece is just the crew, right? There's a crew camaraderie to working on the water that's hard to find in other places. And I like that a lot. I like teaching. I like building a team that works together and gets to the point where I can walk on the boat and half the things are already done because everybody knows the routine. Well, I live in the world of driving 100-ton vessels. And in that world, it's small crews and you got to wear a lot of hats. Like for me, an average day would involve everything from like doing mechanical stuff and figuring out what's going wrong with the engine to then switching gears and doing, customer service, helping passengers figure out how to log in to get on the boat, to then switching gears and going into crew training mode and teaching a deckhand how to dock the boat, and then switching gears again to figure out navigation and logistics on the bay and how do we stay out of the way of this tanker that's coming through the Bay Bridge. So I think it's worth learning as much as you can in a whole bunch of different corners of the maritime world and understanding how it all works together, so you can understand what you need to be keeping track of and also what everyone on your team has got on their plates. Which joke do you want? Do you want the fish joke or the whale joke?
It's a short podcast.
I'll give you one of each. My favorite joke is real short, and it goes, a fish ran into a wall. Damn. My favorite story is from up in Alaska. Probably my favorite radio exchange ever is I was driving the boat, and I think almost everyone was asleep going down through Chatham Straits, and it was kind of foggy, so mostly driving by radar. And this other vessel's coming up the other way, and I hear them get on the radio because it looks like on radar that there's something in their way, and they go, vessel in the middle of Chatham Strait, how would you like to pass? And you can tell they kind of want them to get out of the way. No answer, so they get back on there. Vessel in the middle of Chatham Strait, would you like port to port? Still no answer. This goes on for a while until eventually there's this long, awkward silence on the radio, and eventually they get back on and go, iceberg in the middle of Chatham Strait. Disregard. Silence.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you, Lindsay. I really appreciate you coming and sharing your insights and your wisdom with us. This has been awesome. Again, I'm Nate Gilman, co-founder of MMCs, the first website that makes getting your Merchant Mariner credential really, really easy. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your day.